You spent about 15 years of your life in school. You wake up early in the morning, get your bath, you wear uniforms, and then you go to school. And then you are being motivated and encouraged to study very hard and pass all your exams. For a lot of people in Ghana and across most of Africa, this is their case, and then this is the story. You are told, go to school, study very hard, pass your exams, and life will be sorted. But to be honest, that is not the reality for a lot of young people. Degrees are everywhere, but for a real sense of direction, how to build proper self-confidence, and even a real source of income is a problem for a lot of young people in Africa. Let's be honest, school did teach us a lot of good and great theories, but really, the real world is kind of teaching us the real and the actual lessons. You went to school and then learned how to calculate the area of a trapezium, but what you're actually doing now is you are calculating how to survive with 100 cedis for your entire week. You can list the type of rock there is, from sedimentary to igneous to metamorphic rocks, right? But for a lot of young people, life itself feels like a heavy rock sitting on their chest, and then they have no idea how to lift it or what to do with it. In school, you were forced to memorize the periodic table, but really no one taught us how to manage stress, how to deal with self-doubt, and even how to deal with failure. In school, you were always asked to either solve or find the value of X, but no one really taught us how to find the purpose of life, right? Now, a lot of young people don't even know what to do with their lives. You went to school, you passed elective science, business or general arts, but now you are trying to figure out how to start a real business with no money and no mentor. To be honest, school did teach us a lot of good stuff, right? It gives us proper structure and discipline, but school didn't really give us the actual tools needed to survive in the real world. So it's like being taught how to swim in theory, right? And being thrown in the deep water with no life jacket and no one to guide or support you. So you went ahead, you did great in your WASI, you did great in your first degree, and even your masters. But now, life is kind of testing you with subjects school never prepared you for. In our schools, we were trained how to memorize facts, right? But no one really taught us how to manage emotions when things are falling apart. The schooling system kind of forced you to cram 5 to 10 subjects overnight. But no one really taught us how to handle pressure or failure when things don't go as planned. In school, a wrong answer causes a drop in your grades. But in real life, a wrong decision can cost you years. Another sad thing is in schools, right? You were being punished for your mistakes, right? But actually in the real world, mistakes is how we grow and then how we learn. Most African schools didn't teach us how to manage stress, how to deal or bounce back from failure, how to manage money, or even how to build wealth. Most of us go to school, graduate with degree, and then tend to struggle with low self-confidence, low self-esteem, no proper sense of direction, poor financial management skill and knowledge. The truth is, it's not like the young people are lazy or not smart enough to learn this crucial and an important skill, but rather, it's the system that took away such important tools of life, right? All that the system gave is good theories and books without really going into the actual blueprint of how the real world works or operates. So to be honest, school didn't really teach us everything. In fact, it left out most of the key tools we need to survive in the real world. But here's the truth. You can't sit and wait for change. You can't sit and then continue to blame the system, right? If you really want to transform and then if you really want to survive in the real world, then you have to take charge of your growth, starting now. So here are some of the things you can do to start taking control. Read proper books that speaks about mindset, speaks about purpose, speaks about how to manage your finances and all that. 2, watch videos, take online courses, listen to proper podcasts, right? And then try and then cover some of the things that school failed to teach you. 3, be very particular about the kind of people you follow. Follow people who share positive knowledge, who share great insight, right? Don't follow people who just gossip and then are much into a lot of drama and stuff like that. Follow people who will inspire growth in you. 4, learn how to build proper skills. Skills like public speaking, how to sell, how to negotiate, how to lead, how to take decisions and stuff like that. These are the actual skills and tools that you need to survive in the real life. And finally, practice what you learn, right? As we know, you've gone to school and then learned a lot of great theories, right? But here's the case, we struggle to do the simplest of things and the simplest of us. So practice whatever you learn, right? If you listen to a mentor, if you listen to a great coach, you take an online course, try and then apply it in your real world. And then that is where all those things will come into peace and then be beneficial to you. So for example, if you want to start a business, right? Look for a small business, go in there and then start to learn the actual trade, right? Learn how to sell, how to negotiate, how to even come up with the deals, right? If you want to be good at communication, start doing that. Begin to take up opportunities to speak at small events and stuff like that. So as we said, the actual growth lies in you practicing what you learned, right? If you want financial freedom, begin to read more on how to invest, how to save properly, right? And then start to take action. That is how you are going to grow, right? Always remember, it is possible. Although the system didn't help us from the very beginning, right? But you have the ability and you have the tools to change the story and the narrative. In conclusion, the school the system gave us was just the beginning, right? If you want proper growth and all, you have to start to take action, right? Learn the things school left out, right? Build the mindset school never mentioned, right? And then continue to chase the knowledge that allows you to grow, lead, and then run, right? If you begin to study some of these crucial tools, right, and then begin to take action, there is no limit as to where you can go. Thank you for watching and catch you in the next.